Good evening, everybody. It's Scott here from Woke Societies, here to drop another episode here for you. We got lots to get into tonight. We're going to be talking about the Project Veritas video, which many of you have probably already seen, but if you haven't, we're going to play it here. It's only about a minute and 20 seconds, so we're going to get into that. Talking a lot of Epstein today. A lot of Epstein. And we're going to get into everything that video entailed as far as ABC, the links to Disney, and another article that dropped here not too long ago about Mexican cartels being linked to Nxivm. Just came out, so we're gonna get into that. Don't have a lot of details, but we're gonna get into the article. So this is all very new stuff, but the video today that was dropped by Project Veritas got a lot of people's attention. So we're gonna talk about that. So let me just do my shameless plug for the episode. Hit the subscribe button. Come right here to my channel, guys. Right here, hit the subscribe button, like, share, get the word out about this channel, support independent media. It all means something, even if it's just a like, guys. It means the world to me. It's helping spread this message and to help wake people up. So I did take a poll on my post. I'm going to start using the post on YouTube more. I seem to be getting a lot of engagement from that. I want to start hopefully doing live shows, and I'm going to start off slow because doing live shows is a whole different animal. I do have a moderator already that's willing to help me, which is fantastic, but I also do want to get some of the money flowing in so we can keep growing this channel together, guys, with the super chats, donations, whatever we can do. It doesn't matter to me. Whatever you guys can give, it'll help. So I'm going to start probably thinking about doing that on Saturdays. It's going to depend on my work schedule. Things are crazy at work right now, so we're figuring out all that. So lots of stuff in the works, guys. I am so excited about this channel. It's growing faster than I thought it would. We're at 2,880. I want to hit 3,000 by the end of this week. 3,000 by the end of this week, and I think we can do it. We're going to do it. We're absolutely going to do it. So there's that. So what we're going to jump into first is this video. This was the Project Veritas video that was called the Epstein cover-up. And I was hashtagging all last night to help, to get it to start trending. And it was trending until Twitter started to manipulate stuff, which we're going to get into a little bit later. But this is the video, and if you guys haven't seen it, I'm going to play it right now real quick. Here we go.
I've had the story for 3 years. I've had this interview with Virginia Roberts. We would not put it on the air. First of all, I was told, who's Jeffrey Epstein? No one knows who that is. This is a stupid story. Then the palace found out that we had her whole allegations about Prince Andrew and threatened us a million different ways. We were so afraid we wouldn't be able to interview Kate and Will that also quashed the story. And then Alan Dershowitz was also implicated in it because of the planes. She told me everything. She had pictures. She had everything. She was in hiding for 12 years. We convinced her to come out. We convinced her to talk to us. It was unbelievable what we had. Clinton. We had everything. I tried for 3 years to get it on, to no avail, and now it's all coming out, and it's like these new revelations, and I freaking had all of it. I'm so pissed right now. Like every day I get more and more pissed because I'm just like, oh my God, what we had was unreal. Other women backing it up. Hey, yep. Brad Edwards, the attorney, 3 years ago, saying there will come a day when we will realize Jeffrey Epstein was the most prolific pedophile this country has ever known. And I had it all 3 years ago.
So there you have it, guys. This was the video that we were all waiting for that dropped this morning at 9 in the morning. You have the ABC News anchor Amy Woback. And she is talking about an interview she had with Virginia Guifere, who was in the news over the summer, who was one of the main women that was testifying against Epstein while he was still alive. Her story is crazy. She was in hiding for 12 years. Obviously, she was afraid for her life. She was trafficked into his circle at a super young age, and obviously she did things, and things happened to her, unfortunately. But Prince Andrew was also involved with that, and that was also a big problem. So what happened is ABC decided to squash this entire story 3 years ago. And 3 years ago, guys, approximately, that puts us at 2016, right before the election. So we have multiple things going on here. We have ABC, who clearly supports the Clintons, that's not a surprise. That's no secret. And on top of it, they were getting heat from the palace, which we know is from Prince Andrew's family. So there was two separate, pressure points going on there, and the executives at ABC decided to squash the story completely and essentially cover for Jeffrey Epstein, which is absolutely unbelievable, guys. I saw this, and not that it surprised me. I've been in such a terrible mood today. I don't know why, but watching this put me in a bad mood for the rest of the day. Because this stuff doesn't surprise me now, but it's just, this is just one news media outlet. It's ABC, who's huge, right? This is just one, guys, out of the gigantic corporations that exist in our country now with the media. This is only one thing that's been exposed. So what else is going on out there? That's what I'm thinking about. But and the other thing is, you see this, and she brings up the Clintons. They had everything on Bill. They had evidence, pictures, whatever you needed. They had it on Bill, and ABC decided to squash it. You don't hear any mentions of Trump and Epstein collusion. You don't hear anything Trump-Epstein at all. Just like the media was trying to push when all the Epstein stuff was going down when he got arrested. So, this is what's dropped, and now, hashtag Epstein cover-up was trending. It was trending, and then Twitter started to mess with the algorithms and bring it completely down. And what I wanted to just go into, guys, are some quick tweets that I saw from Tiffany Fitzhenry and Jordan Sather. So you have 3 years ago, ABC had Virginia Roberts, attorney, saying there will come a day when we realize Jeffrey Epstein was the most prolific pedophile this country has ever known, and they killed the story. Is Disney liable to the subsequent child victims? Why do they always protect pedos? And I wasn't even thinking about this. Disney owns ABC. So they're directly related to Epstein, and we've known this before. I'm going to show you guys some articles that I had in previous videos from over the summer. They're relevant now, because now what's going on, guys, why this video is so important. It's funny how with Epstein, his death is almost superseding what he did while he was alive. The memes have completely overtaken social media with the Epstein didn't kill himself memes. They're everywhere, and even people that don't even really know what's going on. I see people on my own friends, coworkers talking about this. Bosses, they have no idea what's going on, but they're still, the word Epstein is coming out of their mouths. And now it's almost like a joke, but it's almost backfired on the deep state, because killing him has almost made it worse. If he was alive, at least I think his trial wasn't until like next June that they set it for, which we all knew when we heard that, like, he ain't gonna make it that long, and he didn't. But still, it's almost as if this whole entire thing is completely backfired on the deep state, which is good. But now we're talking about Disney, who owns ABC, and Tiffany asked a good question here. Is Disney liable to the subsequent child victims? Why do they always protect pedos? It's a great question. And then ABC had a statement in response to this video. At the time, not all of our reporting met standards to air. So they were pretty much saying what we had on Epstein, all this investigation, all these resources that went into this interview, all this stuff prior to the interview with all the evidence, it didn't meet the standards to air. But then Jordan goes on to say, but I guess Kentucky gun ranges passed off as Syrian war footage passes their standards of journalism. So yeah, guys, you just have, it's a bad day to be a mainstream media outlet. This is what we're looking at. They said that this did not meet our standards to air, but again, they were trying to pass off a Kentucky gun range as a Syrian war footage, and they all got caught. When they did get caught, they apologized, but the only reason they apologized is because, again, they got caught. But speaking of mainstream media, I'm actually going to show you guys a Washington Post article, which is super rare because I cannot stand the Post, New York Times. They're on the top of the list of media companies that I cannot wait till they burn to the ground. But even the Washington Post was calling out ABC. And again, this is the reporter. And they're talking about the unreal story, blah, 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 blah. And I viewed this is Virginia Guifere wrote in her email. This is what it said. I viewed the ABC interview as a potential game changer whose story ran just days before Robach's studio comments. Appearing on ABC with its wide viewership would have been the first time for me to speak out against the government for basically looking the other way and to describe the anger and betrayal victims felt. And this is, again, Virginia talking about Epstein and her wanting to get the story out. But as it turns out, Robach also viewed the interview with Guifere as a game changer. Then the palace found out that we had her whole allegations about Prince Andrew and threatened us in a million different ways. And they were afraid. And again, it's unbelievable what we had, but this is where I want to get to. So guys, the main part that I wanted to get to on here was right here. These are inauspicious times for a large broadcast TV news organization to cite, in quotes, our standards for failing to act decisively on big scoops about malefactors. Similar language, after all, has issued from the front office of NBC News to explain that network's failure to land the Harvey Weinstein sexual harassment/assault story while Ronan Farrow was working on the network as an investigative correspondent. So guys, this is pretty much right now Washington Post calling out ABC and be like, even we're fake news, but right there, that's really fake news over there. I mean, this is Epstein we're talking about, which is so funny because the Washington Post is pretty much the paper that is written to us from the CIA. So that's how bad this is. It's a terrible look. And this is only going to get more eyes on Epstein. All this isn't going to go away. I'm not letting it go away. Every day, I'm putting stuff out about Epstein. So we have that. And I don't want you guys to forget either. Q was talking about Epstein way before the mainstream media was even touching it. Way before. And this is a thread on how what Q's drops were on Epstein, and the first one goes all the way back down to the 11th, November 11th of 2017, and it talks about some really bad stuff, talking about the Rothschilds, Soros, the things that were going on at the temple, the really bad stuff that the Anons. We all know what really happened at that temple. And it's a whole entire thread, but Q was on this before anyone else. And it's just another reason that verifies that Q is legitimate. There's no doubt in my mind. Absolutely not. So, again, this was just a video of Project Veritas showing that Big Tech was manipulating the hashtag Epstein cover-up. They were switching the E and the I. So when people were spelling it, they were pretty much just fraudulently changing the hashtag so it wouldn't trend. But right now, it's at 525,000 tweets. And I got at least probably about 20 of them in there myself. So, crazy stuff. Absolutely crazy stuff. But, again, Tiffany asked the question about Disney. Is Disney liable to the subsequent child victims? And guys, I went on a tirade before on my personal Facebook because I've just been in such a terrible mood hearing all this stuff. And I brought up ABC, how Disney owns ABC, how Disney and ABC pretty much backed up and covered for Epstein because they were worried it would affect their political opponent, because the truth don't matter anymore. It's all about politics and who you stand behind, and no matter what the truth is. So people are asking, how is Disney involved with any of this? And you can see nearly 36 Disney World employees arrested in child sex investigations. And that's was since 2006. None of it happened in the park, but they're all Disney employees that had child pornography, trying to solicit to an underage. child, your daily run-of-the-mill pedophilia. So you got that. And then remember this, guys. The former Walt Disney vice president was sentenced in child sex abuse investigation. He was also, in addition, Laney's prison sentence, the former VP was also to register as a sex offender. And in March 2018, a young girl disclosed she had been sexually abused by Laney. Reportedly, the disclosure was first reported to law enforcement in Washington State, where the victim lived at the time. Disney vice president. And guys, don't forget that the Disney cruise lines back in the day, guess which island they would stop at to go snorkeling? Little St. James Island. Epstein's Island. So you had Disney cruise lines pretty much being a pipeline for children to be in the vicinity of Epstein's grasp. And you know damn well some of those kids did not get back on that ship. They were taken, they were trafficked, and they were used for God knows what. Terrible things. So this is why I have cut the cord on all these networks. I will never give $1 of my money to anything Disney, because you're supporting these terrible people. That's where that money's going to. It's absolutely terrible. So let's see here. Sorry guys, my kid is on a different level today. It's just what it is. We have one big apartment, one big open room. We're trying to get that house next year. I'm gonna have a legit studio. We'll be able to do this right. So, just bear with me, guys. All right. So, and this is what came out just recently. Woman killed in Mexican cartel murders had alleged ties to cult Nxivm. It's like, what? When I first started this channel, I started with Nxivm. It was like my second or third video was Nxivm, and this has come back up now. The 9 women and children slaughtered in Mexico on Monday were part of a Mormon community with ties to the alleged sex cult Nxivm. The outpost Mormon community in Mexico was where underlings of Nxivm leader Keith Raniere recruited young women to work as nannies in an upstate New York compound, which we all know. The 3 moms and 6 kids killed in Monday's violence in the northern town of Sonora are believed to have been the victims of a drug cartel which may have mistaken the group's caravan of 3 SUVs for rivals, Mexican authorities said Tuesday. The filmmaker working with Raniere at the time, Mark Vicente, told the online magazine Slate that the documentary ultimately became a recruiting video for Nxivm, which purported to be a self-help group but morphed into what the feds called a cult that sexually, physically, and emotionally abused its mainly female followers. So we have Mexican cartels being linked now to Nxivm, and then again I'm going to drop another tweet here from Tiffany Fitzhenry. Red pill. Women killed in Mexican cartel murders had alleged Nxivm ties. Black pill. Nxivm, Mexican drug cartels, the Finders, who I also covered, and Jeffrey Epstein are all linked and all tied to the CIA. Boom. And we know that to be true. It's all CIA stuff, guys. It's all there. So, that's going to end it for me tonight, guys. Again, please hit that subscribe button, like, and share. That's all the news I have for you today. Again, I'm feeling down. It is what it is. It's just one of those days. I'll be back at full emotional strength next time I'm on here. Again, thank you guys for all the support. Love. It's super appreciated. This channel is going places, and it's just going to get bigger. So, until then, guys, stay woke.